What's good, YouTube? I'm finally back with another video, and I'm so excited to show y'all this set. Like, I really outdid myself with this set. I love this set so much. She came to me because she was going on vacation to Mexico, and she like, give me some vacation summer vibes nails. So I was like, okay, bet. And I've been wanting to do a set like this, you know, with the scales and everything. Y'all, look at the nail fee she took. Like, oh my god. Okay, we're gonna get right into this video. I'm gonna explain everything, but yes, I'm in love with this set, especially for the end of summer to close summer off. So these just made me so happy. But first, I'm gonna need y'all to like, comment, subscribe. Yes, hit that bell notification so y'all know when I post. And of course, we going in to push the cuticles back, and then I'm going in with my hand file, and I'm just removing all of the natural oils, all the shine, all of that from the natural nail beds. And we going very gentle with this. Okay, you don't want to put no pressure. You want to make sure you getting in them sidewalls, them creases, to make sure you're moving all the oils. Okay, you want to be super gentle. And of course, yeah, we're going to do this on all the nails. Once all that oil is off, I'll dust off all the particles. Then I'm going in with my Valentino dehydrator just to remove and dry out any more oils that's on the nail beds. And then I'm going in with my BC, what are these tips called? If you know, then you know. They in my Amazon link in the description box below. I actually have a video coming up about me using Macart tips. I tried those for the first time because I know a lot of people like those instead of these that I'm using. So I'll definitely give like a little review when that set comes. But yeah, we're just going in to glue these tips on. And of course, y'all can tell by the length, we obviously did some double tips. So I'm just going into I usually do like either the same size or like a size bigger of the tip on the nail bed, if that makes sense. So unless I'm running out of tips, like I'll use the super large ones, but usually, you know, I'm able to use like either the same size or just one size up. So yeah, just go ahead and gluing all of those on. Then we just cut into her desired length, and this is probably one of the longest sets I have ever done. And she was like that she usually get half this length, but you know, of course, she going on vacation. She want to show out a little bit. You know, ain't nothing wrong with that. So yes, I'm in love with this length already. And yeah, these took mad long because they so long, but they came out super good, and I'm super proud of myself. Because like I said, this is probably like the longest set I've really ever done, like one of the longest. So, you know, and just all that extra designs. And I would say I did it in a little bit over 3 hours. So just about 3 hours, because we did spend the beginning time like figuring out what we're doing. So yeah, it took me about 3 hours to do this set. She wanted taper squares, so I kind of just cut off the extra excess of the double tip on the sides. And then we going in to file and clean that shape up. And I don't know, with extra long tips, it's a little, you just really have to be gentle. You see how I'm holding that side of the tip? That's what I like to do, and just be super gentle because it can like break off because they so long. So yeah, you just want to be careful with that. And of course, I'm just going in to clean up the shape and then blending in the tip to the natural nail bed. And we doing this on all of the nails, and some of the double tips actually kind of almost broke off, so I did have to like glue them back on. I think it's just because they so long, and then me putting a little bit of that pressure on when I'm shaping, it just kind of, that's why you got to be so gentle. And yeah, so I did like put the glue on it a little bit, and then just, especially with the thumb, I know what happened. I put the glue on and then moved on, shaped the other fingers, and then I come back to it when the glue is dry and then finish shaping that finger up. So yeah, I'm gonna just let y'all see my shaping, whatever. And yeah. Once we done all the shaping, so this is the thumb. I did have to put the glue, and then I eventually came back to it to finish it up. I didn't show that, but we done the shaping. We dust the particles off. I go in, set my acrylic up, and then I prime with my No Lift Nails primer, which I get from Sally's Beauty. I'm sure if you don't got a Sally's around you, you can find it on Amazon. I might put in my Amazon link soon. I'm going to try to find it on Amazon and see if I can put in my link for y'all. Then I'm going in with my Crystal Clear from Valentino, and we just covering the nail bed with this. And I feel like this is best to help with lifting because it, like, how do I explain this? Like, it attracts that primer right then and there and activates, because the primer, once you put it on, is activated now. If you wait too long, it's gonna start to be unactivated, and once you get to that other hand, like, it can just not be activated at all, and then that's what can cause lifting. So I like to just go through, and the contact right away with that primer is really what holds that acrylic to the natural nail bed and can help with lifting. So I like to just do that, especially because we about to do some crazy design, so it's going to take a little bit longer to get to each nail bed. So this is just boom, activating that primer, and then we set. I'm just going in for the designs, you know. So yeah, just doing this on all the nail beds. Going in with my perfect nude from Valentino. I'm just going because this is going to be that French tip marble finger. So I'm creating that little, what is the top part called? We got the French tip, but then what is the cuticle area called for this? I don't know. This nude part, just to create that, because you know that part has to dry before you do the tip. So that's how I like to work, especially when I'm doing designs, just like at a faster pace. I go back and forth between each finger, whatever design I'm doing. So this, I'm going to do this, and then I'm going to work on a different finger, and then when that's dry, I'm going to come back to do the tip part. So yeah, just going in, kind of making sure it's a little bit thicker to create that apex, so that I can only, because we are doing marble, so I'm going to have to encapsulate that marble tip, but I don't have to encapsulate the nude part, and I don't really want to, because I want to file to clean up that area, because I know the the marble part is going to be getting on the nude. So I'm going to have to file that off to clean that up, if that makes sense. So this finger is just going to be a whole nude finger. We're going to put diamonds on here. So I'm just going in with my basic application. And I am like trying to move really fast, because I didn't have much time. Like, I had another client. So that's another reason I really outdid myself with this set, because I'm just moving so fast, and they came out this good. Like, I don't know. I was just really proud of myself for this set. So yeah, and I am going to be like cleaning my brush throughout this whole process. You'll see me like stop and push all the acrylic out of my brush, which is fine too. You just have to be super gentle when doing that. And then like I'm gonna be adding more liquid all the time. You just gonna see everything, okay? So yeah, regular application for this nude. So for this hand, both hands were different, obviously. So this hand, the pink is number 108 from Valentino. The orange is 110, and the yellow is 111 from Valentino, okay? We going in with this three-way ombre. So usually I don't encapsulate like my basic two-way ombre, so that I can just file on top, whatever. Much easier that way. But when it comes to more than two color ombre, I got a phone call, so my phone cut off, and you didn't see me add a little bit more orange. But we back with it, okay? But with a more than two color ombre, I do like to just go in and focus on the actual ombre, and then I'll go ahead and encapsulate with my clear later on. Again, we're using my Perfect Nude from Valentino. And yeah, we just creating. I like to work with it while it's a little wet, so that it can merge together a little bit more. It's just easier that way to me. It can blend easier. And boom, we got our ombre. So for this finger, we doing the net. Oh my God, y'all, I've been trying to find this net that I used. I've been trying to find that stuff for forever. ever. Okay, I finally found someone that sells it, and it's my girl, one of my closest nail tech friends. I love her so much. She is so sweet, and she just started her own little like nail supplies. So please, if you can, just go buy a little something. She has a bunch of cute decals, face cover things. My lashes are actually also being sold on her page as well, so I'm going to place her little at her Instagram right down in the corner so that y'all can go check her out. And you can also use my code BUR10 for like some money off. Please go support my girl, okay? And if you want this net, it was super hard for me to find this net, and she finally like was selling it. So I was like, that's a bet, you know, I'm getting it. And I got it just in time for this client to come too. So I was so pressed. And yeah, I'm gonna leave all her info. But anyways, I was trying to do this application super fast on this finger because the acrylic has to be wet when you're putting that nude in, because it has to shape the acrylic, you know, so it can't be dry. So I'm trying to move super fast to get that application, make it thick enough, and it still be wet, you know. So that's why I'm going so fast, and it actually still came out pretty good. So again, I'm proud of myself. But yeah, so then I dipped the net in the powders just to, because that's what I saw in some video on Instagram, where they dip the net in the powder, I guess, so it doesn't get as caught in the acrylic. And also, you don't want the acrylic to be too wet. You want it to be setting, not completely dry, but not wet, you know. And you just want to pull it on the sides to press in there. And then when you pull it out, the powder makes it easier to pull out. I think that's why you put that there. And I just did the colors that I'm gonna go in that order. So yeah, we just pulling that out, and it is gonna look crazy. I'm gonna tell y'all that now, but what nails don't look crazy in the process, okay? Then I'm just going in to just paint some of this acrylic over top to blend it inside of those cracks that we just created. I'm not going to encapsulate this because obviously we got to file all this color off. And I try to get that application secure with that nude so that we don't have to encapsulate it or anything. And yeah, I'm just basically going in like the colors of the ombre that I did on the other finger. And we're just going to leave it at that. Make sure that it's all secure in them little holes, lines, whatever. And then for the thumb, we doing just that basic ombre as well. And then I did go ahead and add a little bit of, but actually I don't think I'm onto the thumb yet. I think next I'm going on to the pinky. So the pinky, yep, we doing this little marble with all the colors. You know, just take 2-3 colors at a time and just marble it all around, make it random. And I did use Gold Rush from Nail House for that gold that I'm using. And I'll use gold for this hand and then like a silver for the other hand. It just came out so good. It looked so good. And yeah, just added whatever I thought was needed, mixed all the colors around, whatever, let that dry. While that's drying, then I went on to the thumb and I did the basic 4-way ombre, I should say, because the nude is in there too. And then I went and added just a little bit of gold on top just to give it a little oomph, you know, a little bit of taste to it or whatever. And yeah, so I'm going to just let y'all watch me do this finger. So once all the designs are finished, y'all saw how I added just that little bit of gold just to give it a little touch, you know. But yeah, we going in with my crystal clear from Valentino. And just to encapsulate this nude, we're going to encapsulate the two ombres, and then that's it. The nude, the basic nude, and the whatever. So yeah, we encapsulating the French tip. The other ones are fine. Yeah, just doing a basic application, kind of making this one thick so that we can create that apex, or at least bring it up to that nude, you know. But you don't really want to cover the nude. Again, with this, you do just want to be careful when you're doing that marble or whatever design. Try not to get it on the nude so that you can encapsulate it much easier. But like when I was filing, I did have to file down to the nude so that I could clean up a little bit, because I did get some of the colored onto the nude. So just want to try to make sure that you're being as careful as you can when doing that. And then yeah, just doing the regular application with my clear on the two ombres. So I do just want to show y'all both hands just because it's different colors. I feel like, you know, I know my station is a mess. I really don't want to hear none of y'all talking about, oh, change your towels, I know. Okay, I was running out of time and I was really just trying to get stuff done. So I was like, you know what, fuck it. I can't, sorry for cussing, but I can deal with it. Like, it ain't messing nothing up. But it's just messy. It ain't messing nothing up, though. So it was fine. I know it's messy, though, okay? So don't come for me. But, yeah, for this finger, we doing the French tip. Like I mentioned before, I just like to work with, you know, go to this finger, then that finger, so everything can dry equally. The colors I'm using for this hand are going to be my Super White from Valentino, because I needed 3 colors, right? So what I was going to do was that teal blue color is number 113 from Valentino, and then I was going to use my number 112 from Valentino, which is like a grass green, and then so it was going to be blue, green, and then the same yellow I used on the other hand just to bring it together. But then I realized I was out of my green, which I was so mad because that green would have been so perfect. But then I was like, okay, what other color do I have that's like that? And she liked Electrica from Acrylics. So that's that neon yellowish color that I'm about to be using. And I was like, okay, well, that's kind of the green and the yellow that from Valentino. I was going to use like Electrica is a mix of two of those. So I can't really use the yellow with that because it's going to be too close. So I just threw that white in, and that white gives it more of like a ocean vibe. You feel me? So like the other hand with the orange and the yellow is like a sunset, and then the green, blue, and white is like the ocean type of. So I was like, the white gonna work perfectly. So yeah, those are the three colors I'm using for this hand, and obviously my perfect nude. The pinky we gonna do as the finger with the diamonds. So that's just my basic application nude on this finger. And yeah. Always make sure you adding more liquid in there. You want to have enough liquid in your bowl or thing, enough that that your brush can completely be dipped in there. So then we're going in to do this ombre. It was kind of like I just did something. So the other hand was like from the cuticle down, it was darker to lighter, but for this hand, it's going to be lighter to darker, which is cute too. I love when sets are mixed match on both hands. Like, I just love that. So, me personally, like, I really don't like how the acrylics matches up with the Valentino. Like, they just don't blend well together. It might be because it's glow in the dark, and you know, if you were nail tech and you know, like, I don't know, I feel like glow in the darks just have a different type of consistency, so it's a little bit weirder to work with them when you're mashing them like ombre with different brands or non glow in the dark. Maybe, I don't know, just the consistency of them, they a little weird to me. Like, I love acrylics, and it might just be that it's glow in the dark because I only have the glow in the dark collection. I don't really have none that's not glow in the dark, so I don't know their regular consistency. But to me, like, yeah, their glow in the dark ones is just a little weird. So it just really wasn't trying to blend too well. I mean, eventually, like, it did come out good. You couldn't really tell, but you know, as the nail tech, you can really see all your imperfections. So that was my opinion. The white didn't really show through, but it was just a little add on to it, you know. So I like that. This finger, we're going in with the net again. So I'm trying to move super fast to create that application of this nude on here so that I can still put the net in while the acrylic is still kind of wet, you know. So just trying to move super fast. I usually, like, what I did was I just got a little bit of thickness to it, and then because, you know, obviously while I'm building the whole nail, it's gonna dry. Like, this bead, the first bead I put on is definitely gonna be dry by the time I'm done. So I kind of just did like a thin application and then took a big bead, and this is what I did on the other hand as well. Then took a big bead and put it all over so that that top layer can be like still wet, you know. Then of course I'm gonna take the net, dip it in the powders, white, green, blue, just to, you know, make sure that it can come off easier, I guess. I think that's the reason why. And then yeah, we're gonna push it in there and y'all gonna see. Then we slowly pull that out, and then we just going in to paint those colors in. Both hands actually didn't go all the way up to the cuticle area, and I think it's because like the smaller the bead, the faster it is to dry. And I did do smaller beads around the cuticle area, so those were just dried up by the time I was able to put the bead in, which is okay because we're gonna add a little string of diamonds right there, and it's gonna bring it all together at the end. But yeah, just going into tap the color into those little creases, those lines, getting that ombre type of look. Then we on to the next finger, and we're gonna be doing the pointer finger the same thing as the other marble, whatever, using these three colors. And instead of the gold, like I mentioned, I'm using my silver, which is the color Diamond by Nail House. And yeah, just going in and creating that marble, adding whatever color I think needs to go. And then trying to make sure that I'm not touching up on that nude so that I can encapsulate it fine without having to file all the way down. Then we gonna go on to that thumb, doing that basic ombre or whatever, same ombre, the 4 colorway ombre. Then I'm gonna add just a little bit of string of silver onto there, just a little bit. Y'all gonna see, and yeah, it's gonna come out super cute. Like I said, added some of that little silver on there again, just to give it like a little touch. It's different from the other ombre. Then I'm going back in with my crystal clear to encapsulate the 2 ombre fingers and the French marble tip finger. And yeah, just going in with my basic application on all of those. Obviously, once all the acrylic is done, we going in. I did clean up my space, okay? See, it's all clean now. I'm going in to just shape up everything. And I'm gonna just show y'all this hand being shaped because it's really the same thing. And y'all know how I shape. I go in with my hand file to clean up the shape mostly, and then a little bit over top just to create, any small bumps I can clean up. I don't get too close to the cuticle. I use my e-file for that, and I go by finger. So one finger I use my hand file, my e-file, and then I might use my hand file after the e-file just to clean up whatever needs to be cleaned up again. And then, yeah, go to each finger so that finger is done by the time I'm finished. I don't have to go back over. So, yeah, if you do want to see a more detailed video on shaping, that video is in the description box below so that y'all can go check that out. And, yeah, I'm going to just let y'all watch me shape. So for this net finger, I did spend a lot of time trying to clean up the shape at first with the hand file. The other hand, I just went in a little bit and then the e-file, and then I went back in to clean up the shape, which I feel like is better. But yeah, you just have to go through and really just file all of that extraness off, and then like it's just gonna come out to be that scale look with the acrylic that's like stuck in them little creaks, cracks, whatever it is. And this, it just came out so cute. I did file a little too much in the middle. Like, I don't know what it was, if I was just putting a little too much pressure or like what happened, but it was like a little bump in there, and I did want to go back in with like clear just to get, because it was like a dent, and I feel like it's easy to break that nail. So I did want to go back, but I just didn't have the time. So I'm just hoping she don't break her nail, okay? But as long as these are, I feel like she is going to break one eventually. So yeah, I'm just going in, and look how good it's coming out though. Like, y'all see the scales, the ombre in it. Like, I'm just so happy, and it's my first time doing this. So yeah, go check out my girl to get your nuts from her so that y'all can recreate this look. I definitely want to see some pictures of this recreated. That would be so cool. And yes, I'm gonna share, y'all. I love when y'all get inspired by me. It is so cool. Yeah, I'm just going in, obviously cleaning all that up, and then I do go back in with my hand file because the shape was super messed up with all that acrylic on top of it. So I like to just go in and clean that up, and then obviously gonna clean up that thumbnail. And I did do the same thing on the other hand, but I didn't show that hand. Once we done all the shaping, obviously I have my client go ahead and wash her hands, and then we're gonna be getting into all the designs. I mean, there already are a lot of designs within the acrylic, but I am taking my acrylic paint from Michael's, my black paint, and I'm just using it to draw this palm tree. And I actually got inspired by an old set I did. It was like June 2019, I think, because I did remember looking at the picture. June 2019. If you go on my Instagram and you go all the way down to June 2019, I wasn't even that good, okay? So don't come for me. I definitely got so much better since then, but I did do like a little set with some palm trees on it, and that's where I got my palm tree idea from. So I was inspired by myself, my old set of mine, which is cool. And yeah, I'm just creating this palm tree. These nail brushes are actually on my Amazon link as well. And then I'm using water to clean up my brush. When I'm using acrylic paint, I like to use water because that's, what you're supposed to use. Then I'm just going in, creating these little leaves or whatever. And just feathering my brush, okay? It's not even that serious. Have a little bit of paint, like enough paint where it's covering your brush, but not enough where it's like your brush is real chunky, and just enough to create them little leaves. And then I'm gonna be painting a little bird on there, which is super easy. And I thought I was gonna do like 2 palm trees, but I just didn't want to do too much, like this was enough, I feel like. And then I'm gonna show the other hand, the palm tree I did on the other hand as well, so I'm gonna wait for that to come up. So how I mentioned I was going to do 2 palm trees, but I was like, fuck it, I'm going to just do like this little island thing, which I did on my other set as well. Just improvising to see like what looks better. So just creating this little out right here, this out piece, and like an island type of thing. And then the little bird as well. So for this hand, I didn't know what I was going to do either. I thought I was going to do 2 palm trees. I was just going with the flow. So I did this one little short one. And, same way, same technique. Feathering the little brush out to create the leaves or whatever. And then I just did the 2 little birds at the top. And it just came out so good. Oh, and I also made like the type of grass at the edge of it just to give it a little oomph right there. And I don't know, I'm just so in love with these. Like, these just came out so good. Obviously, you want to do the painting first so that the paint can dry throughout the time that you're doing everything else. So once I'm done with all the painting, I am going to go in to do the little diamonds, which we'll get to that point. These just look so good. Y'all don't understand how happy I am for this set. Like, just look. Okay. But yeah, I'm going in with my Zulays bling to add this little, for my adhesive, for my blings, obviously. So yeah, that link is in the description box below if it works. If not, I'm sure you can just look up Zulays bling and it could bring you to the website. But yeah, just using my diamonds, whatever, creating this little diamond design. She didn't really know what she wanted. She just told me do something. So I was like, okay, bet you don't got to tell me twice. So I did that. And then I did the same thing on both hands. So I really just showed this hand. And then on the little scale finger, we did the ring around the cuticle, the little diamonds around the cuticle area, which you'll see me do as well. And I ran out of my spray to have this dry, so I don't know what else to do. You just got to let it dry, And then, yeah, so I'm going to just let y'all watch my diamond application. Once all that is done, we going in with my Valentino top coat. Okay, we're going in my Valentino top coat to just top everything off. And yeah, just going around my diamonds on top of my palm trees. And then yeah, we're gonna cure this for 60 seconds, and we're gonna do the other hand as well. I usually only show one hand when I'm top coating because y'all get the point, but I'm just so obsessed with this set, and it's just so satisfying watching it to be top coated. Like, oh my god, these are so beautiful. And yeah, so of course, just same thing, going in to top coat this hand, and then we're gonna cure this for 60 seconds as well. Look at the shine. Okay, so then we're going in with my cuticle oil, obviously, and rubbing that in, you know, making sure her little fingers look good or whatever. And then we done. This set is amazing. And this the finished look. Y'all can obviously, like, y'all could say I'm officially obsessed with this set. Like, my favorite summer set ever. And y'all know I love my long lengths, and just the fact that I was moving so fast, but I did so good on this set. Like, I really outdid myself. I'm super proud, but I just want to say thank y'all for watching. Please like, comment, subscribe. Recreate this set. Let me see that y'all can get inspired by me too. I want to see y'all what y'all can do with it, okay? Support my girl, and I'll see y'all in the next video.